Y'all, now I'm excited. I have been limping through the first 3 episodes of WandaVision and kind of started to get it in episode 4, but now I'm excited going into episode 5. Let's talk about it. The episode starts with Vision and Wanda taking care of their twins, and we are now in the 80s in what looks like a full house era. Wanda tries to use her powers to make the babies go to sleep, and it's not working. I think that that's Easter egg number 1. We can't get settled in this fake normalcy for 2 minutes before things start to get strange, as Agnes rings the doorbell moments after Wanda says that she thinks that they need help. And guess what? Agnes heard that they needed help. Wanda is totally controlling these people's minds. I'm confused and wondering, who are we keeping up this facade for? As Wanda has Vision hiding his actual appearance from the people of Westview, but she is mind controlling and manipulating the people unbeknownst to Vision. And almost immediately I get confirmation because Vision stops Agnes from touching the babies, and she turns to Wanda and says, "Do you want me to take that again?" As in, take the line again. Y'all. As in, should I do this again because this is all fake anyway? What? Ooh, this is getting good. Vision is lost for real and doesn't hesitate to call Wanda on it. In the minutes that their conversation happens, we get a few sitcom tropey comedy moments from Agnes, and then boom, the twins are aged up to be toddlers. What in the hell? Y'all, just when I thought I got it, I am clearly confused again. In this episode, we go back and forth between inside Westview and out as we see Monica being questioned and debriefed about her time in Westview. Dr. Lewis asks the most important question after we learn that Wanda indeed stole Vision's body from S.W.O.R.D and resurrected Vision in this Westview bubble. And that question is, what happens when Vision finds out? Because he clearly doesn't know. And this comes up because they know that one of the things, or two of the things, that Vision never wants to have happen to him is that he never wants to be anyone's weapon or slave. I don't know, Wanda. Everyone in Westview is given slave, sis, including Vision. When we return back to Westview, Tommy and Billy are now 5 years old and trying to get Wanda to let them keep a dog that they found. Nothing in this world is coincidental, I have learned, so I'ma just say found, but I really mean planted. And what do you know? Here comes Agnes walking in with all the items that they need for a dog. In this episode, we can see that Wanda is getting more comfortable in this world that she's built, and Vision is getting even more uneasy about everything. He notes that after she makes the dog collar appear right in front of Agnes, how he feels that they're on completely different pages and they've never been like that. He wants to know what she isn't telling him because it's very clear that she's hiding something. Before they can finish this conversation though, the boys interrupt and age themselves up to age 10 so that they can keep the dog. Again, in front of Agnes, who is not shocked by it at all. Wanda is going to struggle to keep all of the facades going as Vision gets more information at work when an email comes in detailing some top secret S.W.O.R.D information and the entire office recites it. Vision uses his powers to free the co-worker for a moment from Wanda's mind control, and he explains how he's in pain, needs to go to his family, and wants to get out. Right then, the entire curtain falls for Wanda as it relates to Vision. Now, the twins are another case, as they call Wanda out on a random day change and inconsistencies happening in the world. They are aware of their powers, Wanda and Vision's powers, but for the little things like what day it is and what Vision and Wanda are doing to be out of sync, that starts them to question what is actually happening around them. All of this tells me that while Wanda is hella powerful, the story that she's creating is getting ahead of her, and she is not in control of everything happening in Westview as it's happening. The Lagos brand paper towel commercial is a spoof on the Bounty commercial from that same era, and it's a callback to Wanda in Captain America Civil War when she actually kills a bunch of Wakandan volunteers accidentally, which is why we get the tagline for when you make a mess that you didn't mean to. But I think the most notable thing about this commercial is that it says that husbands can use them too to clean up messes, and that is being pushed as a call to note that Vision has some control over what's going on as he continues to ask questions, figure out that something's wrong. He is able to navigate this space and is not completely under Wanda's control as well. In this episode, we get to see Wanda's first and so far only confrontation with S.W.O.R.D as they send in a drone with Monica believing that they're just trying to make contact with Wanda, but the director has laced it with a missile and they try to shoot, and she actually delivers it back to them, threatening them to leave her alone or there will be issues. And now the veil is completely dropped. At this moment, we know exactly what's happening. Wanda has created this whole world. She does not want to be bothered. She will attack if she is bothered. And inside, we start to see things fall apart a little bit more. So the story that she's crafting is not standing up. Vision is already starting to question a lot of things. The people who are in the town are also starting to question things. And I think that in the moments where Wanda is distracted or focusing on something else, the people in the town are no longer under mind control in that moment, or not as controlled. Just like when she was pushing or catapulting Monica out of Westview during episode 4, and there was a moment where Hurt was about to tell Vision what was actually going on in reference to Monica. I think that in the moment where she was so focused on getting Monica out, she didn't have control over Herb and didn't have control over Agnes, and that's when the story started to crack and things started to slip. So like in this episode, the mailman tells the twins after they lose the dog that the dog won't be able to go too far because their mom won't let him. Or the boys bringing up that Wanda can fix everything, that she has powers right in front of Agnes, and basically asking them to bring the dog back from the dead, which I thought was interesting because she gives this whole speech about not being able to reverse the dead, and it's a very, very surreal moment. But Agnes does not respond in a way that you would expect someone who doesn't know or shouldn't know what is actually going on. And in this moment, I feel like Wanda is so focused on the boys that she's not able to maintain the mind control over Agnes. By the end of the episode, Vision has had it, telling Wanda that she can't control him like she does everyone else. And she simply responds, "Can I?" And that literally confirms it for me. Not only is Wanda making this fake reality, but she's really unraveling mentally, like really losing her mind. Their argument escalates as Vision demands to know what is outside of Westview. He literally rattles off all the questions we have and more. He wants to know what was life like before they got to Westview. He also has no memories, no feelings outside of this place and time. He wants to know why there are no other children in Westview and what is actually going on. But a little note that I want to really kind of call out is that I believe Wanda when she says that she doesn't know how any of this got started in the first place, because that speaks to her mental state. And honestly, all of this is in the result of her grief. Like, she is still grieving the loss of Vision, and she happens to be an Avenger. She happens to be this super being with these powers. So I think that she was able to cultivate and create this whole place out of grief to help her cope with the grief of it all. So I don't necessarily believe that she intentionally decided to do all of the things and hurt these people, control these people, and really craft this whole crazy scenario. I think she wanted to she wanted to heal, she wanted to have her happily ever after, and I don't believe that she really knows the consequences of a lot of the decisions that she has made thus far. Or I don't believe that she can actually register them, because I do believe mentally she's breaking. Before we actually leave the episode, we see that she has recasted her brother Pietro, or Quicksilver, which is a major bomb and Easter egg for the X-Men and Marvel merge, now that Marvel has the rights to remake those stories. And just when I thought that we were getting more answers than questions, now we have even more questions. What? But I'm going to stop the video here. I want to know, what are your questions? What questions do you have from episode 5 and even episodes previous up until now? What are you loving about the show? And do you have any predictions for episode 6? Before you go, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'm working on my Wandavision content schedule, but we will have episode breakdowns every single week. and could be adding more depending on the type of videos that you guys want to see. So let me know also in the comment section down below. You can watch my episode 1 through 3 breakdown here and watch the entire WandaVision playlist here. I'm your host, Erica Vane, and I thank you for watching. See you in the next video.